I'm Mike Fitzmaurice. Broadcasting these games for you, I get to watch lots of champs. And you know, what sparks a champion sparks you.
Jacques Bourzoum once said that if you want to learn the heart and mind of America, you'd better learn baseball. More than any other sport, baseball is considered and is called America's pastime. Baseball is our heritage, and for a long time, it was our national identity. Now there are so many traditions surrounding baseball, like the footlong hot dog, or the mascot race, not to mention peanuts and Cracker Jacks. But the most famous tradition in baseball is singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during the 7th inning stretch. But why that song? Why do we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during the 7th inning stretch? Why do we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during the 7th inning stretch?
Because it's a baseball song and it's a baseball game.
Because it's awesome.
Because it's awesome?
Yeah.
You know what? I think that we sing that because people are usually very intoxicated by the 7th inning. And so the camera people are wanting to see how drunk everybody is. And it provides a source of entertainment for everybody else here at the game.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Well, I think historically maybe it's because people start getting bored with the game and it's to get them back involved in the game. But I just do it because it's fun,
Yeah.
and I like to sing.
Why do we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during the 7th inning stretch? Go!
I don't know.
So when asking around to find out who would be the best person to talk to when it comes to baseball traditions, everyone said the same thing: Wayne McCombs.
Wayne McCombs, MCCO-MBS, and I am a commissioner of summer baseball here at Claremore's American Legion Park.
He also wrote this book. And so I asked him, why do we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"?
The song "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" was written in 1908 by two men. Jack Norworth was the man that wrote the music, and Albert von Tenzer wrote the words to the song. Both these men had never seen a baseball game when they wrote the song. One of the men was on a subway car and traveling in New York City and saw a sign that said "Baseball Today at the Polo Grounds." And so he thought it would be a good idea to write a song about baseball that they would use in their vaudeville show. Both the men were Tin Pan Alley writers. They were involved in the New York vaudeville circuit and the Broadway circuit in New York, which were very popular at that time. So they wrote the song about baseball, and then Norworth's wife sang the song publicly just a couple of days later, and it was a big hit. So they kept singing it and singing it, and it was a great big hit. And they began to sing it around town, and it was the most popular song in sales in sheet music in 1908. It became very popular.
So popular, in fact, that it became the official theme song of baseball.
Baseball is the only sport that has its own song. Although the other sports are very popular, there's no song that defines the sport like "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Do you know what the song is about?
I think it's about taking someone to a ball game.
Do you know?
No.
And in fact, the song "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" is actually a girl asking her boyfriend to take her to a ball game. In the first part of the song, Nellie Kelly is the girl, and her beau asks her to take her to a show, but she says, "No, I won't go. I want you to take me out to the ball game." And that's the way the song goes. And we sing just the chorus when we're at sporting events, baseball games and so.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yep.
Yeah, she wants him to buy her some peanuts and Cracker
Yep.
Jacks. That's cool.
So now
I
you
didn't
know.
that.
And now for something you've probably never heard before. The song in its entirety.
Nellie Kelly loved baseball games, knew the players, knew all their names. You could see her there every day, shout hooray when they'd play. Her boyfriend by the name of Joe said to Coney, "I'll dear, let's go." Then Nellie started to fret and pout, and to him I heard her shout, "Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never come back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out. The
first music or the first organ that was put into a baseball park was in 1941 at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Before then, they just used megaphones to announce the lineups, and then when public address systems came into that's when they started playing organ music and having public address announcements at sporting events, first at baseball games. So the very first time that Take Me Out to the Ball Game was probably played, it was in 1941 at Wrigley Field in Chicago. And the reason that we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game in the bottom half of the 7th inning is because the song was so popular. There's a pause in the action. People are not doing anything. They're stretching, they're looking around, and then the baseball park started picking up playing popular music around the ballpark, and they would play this at the bottom half of the 7th inning. So that's why Take Me Out to the Ball Game is sung at the end of the 7th inning in baseball games.
So if you were to Google, why do we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game during the 7th inning stretch, what you'll find is that a lot of websites say the reason is because of Harry Carey. As the legend goes, back in the day, Harry Carey, when he started announcing, he would sit in his booth, and during the 7th inning stretch, he would sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Well, people outside his booth would start singing it with him, and then one day his manager flipped on the mic, and he sang it to the entire audience. And so he became an icon for the song and for the tradition.
See, Harry Carey was known here because he did the Cardinals and the Cubs, but he wasn't known on the coast. Well, then when WGN came in and started broadcasting nationwide, hey, that guy's pretty good. You know, stuff like that. It was sung, but I mean, it wasn't, you know, you had to do it or everybody did it. But it was done in the 7th inning, you know, for years before that. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
So mixed origin stories aside, my next question was, why do we have a 7th inning stretch? Why do we have a 7th inning stretch?
I don't know. I don't even know what that is exactly. I don't like baseball.
And yet you're here.
I'm here because family drugged me here.
Okay.
Or maybe it's a good excuse for people to get up and leave who are tired with kids.
This goes back to President Taft in 1912. He was a big baseball fan, and he went to a lot of games there in Washington to watch the Washington Senators. He went to many games, and one game, is a particularly long game, in the bottom half of the 7th inning, he stood up to stretch his legs. And the crowd, in honor of the president standing up, they thought he was leaving, so they all stood up in his honor. And the president sat back down and watched the rest of the ball game. So the tradition of standing up in the bottom of the 7th inning was brought by President Taft in 1912, and that tradition continues today.
Now this is where I have to interject, because this question of where did the 7th inning stretch start, well, the answer is it might be debatable. For most people that know baseball history, the automatic story that they go to is the one of President Taft and standing up when he got tired during the later part of the 7th inning. But if you ask some baseball historians, they'll tell you that it's been around a lot longer than that. One source for this was a letter that Harry Wright wrote back in 1869, and in it he said, "The spectators all arise between the halves of the 7th inning, extend their legs and arms, and sometimes walk about." And so some historians citing this letter say that Taft standing up during the 7th inning wasn't just to stretch his legs, it was to keep with the practice, because that was the tradition. So, the next time you're at a baseball game and you stand up during the 7th inning stretch to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game and you start to wonder, well, now you know why. Have you ever wondered why?
So without the fuzz, the ball's smaller in size and lighter.